What is up, guys? Welcome back to the crawler room. So today we're doing an unboxing. I had my breeding pair come in, my Zenestis intermedias or Amazon blue blooms. I'm going to be putting together their enclosure, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put together the males, and then we're going to do the females. They're pretty much going to be similar, so it shouldn't take long, and then we'll show you guys the spiders. So let's get started. I'm also going to talk about the type of substrate and stuff that I use, and we're just going to go through how I like to put together my enclosures. And you know, not everybody does, spends the type of money and stuff that I do on their enclosures. Now, it's just a personal thing. My living room is basically one giant display piece, and not to mention, like I said, I will be breeding these because they are a breeding pair. So, and not to mention, they get really, really, really big. The female can reach up to 8 inches leg span. The males are about 7 to 7.5, give or take. And some even say that the Zenestis intermediates can actually go above 8 inches. So I'm not even sure these are going to be big enough as far as permanent homes. I'll probably end up having to jump these up to a 10-gallon. This is a 6-gallon. This is a Zoomed 6-gallon 20 by. This is a 20 by 10.5 by 8. I think, yes, 20 inches wide or long, 10.5 inches wide, 8 inches tall. So yeah, I mean, these are really good enclosures. This should do all the way up until they hit their full grown adult size. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and put some stuff in. The substrate I use, I make my own. Well, I kind of mix my own. I ain't gonna say I make my own, but I use Azilla's Jungle Mix, and then I add a full brick of EcoEarth's cocoa fiber. Then I add a 3-pound bag of peat moss. I add a 1-pound bag, or one of the this right here. I add 1 box of these to my substrate, and I use 48 dry quartz per 1 brick of cocoa fiber. Like I said, 3 pounds of peat moss, 1 box of sphagnum moss, and then I used I think it's the 1-pound bag of the creature sand, and I mix it all together, and it is the absolute perfect substrate. I've never had any issues with molding. I've never had any issues with moisture retention, and it works great for arid species as well. So, so we're gonna get this done, guys. So I picked this pair up from Underground Reptiles. Like I said, I go there quite often. I have a good rapport with them there. They're actually gonna be buying some of my slings here soon. I do have some females that are gravid. I also have a couple that are sitting on sacks. So, yeah, things are looking up. I had a guy started commenting on my Facebook page telling me that my YouTube channel was cringy and basically being a complete hater, telling me I was a liar, that I wasn't breeding, I wasn't doing anything, and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, bro, if you were looking at my YouTube channel, you would know that I've been talking about breeding and doing things for like the last couple months now. Like, bro, I just finally decided to start making that move into breeding. Like, I'm not no expert. I'm still new to breeding. I'm still learning as I go, Like, I've only been keeping like a little over, right around 2 years. Like, I don't consider, well, no, I would consider myself an expert keeper at this point, yes, because I have raised slings from pretty much their second instars all the way up to adulthood. So, I mean, I've got slings now that are in juvie stages that I've raised since their second instars, so like, oh yeah, at this point I do consider myself an expert keeper. I'm extremely knowledgeable. I know what I'm doing, and I'm not a negligent keeper. I'm very mindful of my spiders. I respect my spiders, and I give them the utmost care. They get the best care, the best enclosures, the best everything. And for someone to come at me and start basically spitting haterade at me, I didn't take too kindly to that. It kind of really upset me. And of course, I had some harsh words from him. Because the fact of the matter is you don't even know me. I don't even know this guy. Like, and you're gonna come at me and tell me I'm a liar and this, that, and the third, bro. First of all, I have no reason to lie. At first this started out to be a hobby. But now I'm actually looking to make something out of this. This isn't just a hobby for me at this point anymore. Hold on, I gotta get a bigger cup. This ain't working, hold on. I need something bigger, it's taking too long, guys. But at this point, this is no longer a hobby for me. This is more than that. Alright, I'm back. But at this point, this is more than just a hobby for me. You know, I'm looking to possibly open my own reptile shop. You know, I want to have basically what Underground Reptiles has, except for instead of outsourcing my spiders, I want to have all in-house breeding. I want to breed all my own spiders, all in-house. Kind of like what Fear Not Tarantulas was doing, but not quite as on that scale. Well, I'm not going to say if not on that scale, because I mean, if I can get to that level, why not? But you know, I have goals. You know, this isn't just some, you know, ragtag hobby for me. I'm serious about this. Like, obviously, I've spent a lot of money. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Everything I do, every video I put out, every enclosure I buy, every spider I buy, I all pay for it by myself. Nobody helps me. I don't have any help. This is all paid for by me, Adam. Adam's Creepy Crawlers. You know what I'm saying? So, if you have haterade, you want to spit and say something towards my channel, keep it to yourself, please. Because, you know, if breeding and keeping tarantulas and all that was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? Right. Alright, I'm done with my rant, guys. So, alright, I think I've got enough substrate in here for now. I'm probably going to have to add a little bit more. But we're going to pack this down a little bit. And I got an amazing cave because I've heard that the Zenestes, they like cave style enclosure, like hides, because they're gonna burrow. So I picked them up, cute little caves, you know. And obviously, yeah, they'll be able to dig down a little bit. I think that's enough substrate. Let me see what I got there. No, I need to give them a little bit more. That's not quite enough. That's only about 2 inches. I need to get at least 3. So, a couple more. I'm glad I stocked up and made a good amount of substrate. I'm glad I need to break up another brick of Eco Earth and get it broke down and get it to start drying out, because it takes, for that Eco Earth to dry, once you break it, it takes about a solid 3 weeks for it to really dry out to where it's really usable. So, alright, that should be good. This way, if they decide that they want to dig down, or he wants to, because this is the male's enclosure, he can dig down. And we will be doing the females as well. It's going to be a long video, guys, so yeah. If you guys aren't interested in watching something like this, then don't. But if you are, I appreciate you guys staying, and I appreciate my subscribers. Thank you. You know, I'm really trying to, you know, make this channel work, and, you know, yeah. All right, we're going to put a little bit of substrate on top back here. Actually, I kind of want to put a plant back there, to be honest. I think that would be dope. I think this would look good right there. Pull the cave out just a little bit more. Put that right there. I think that would be dope. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull this cave out just a little bit more. We're going to put this plant right here. That just looks dope. Like I said, I want to do the males and the females different, so. But that's just going to look dope in the males. I like this. That looks so good. Now we're going to add a little bit of substrate around the back and the corners right here, just to fill it in a little bit. Ooh, that's a good song. Yeah, if you ever notice in pretty much all my videos, there's always country music playing in the background. Fun fact about Adam and the Adam's Creepy Crawlers, just a good-hearted country boy from North Carolina, guys. I now live in Florida. Been here for a while. I'm not going to tell you exactly where in Florida, but obviously for obvious reasons, but I live in Florida. And I absolutely love it here, guys. Been here for a while now. Moved down here when I was about 18, 19. So, yep. But my roots, I'm from North Carolina. Good-hearted country boy from North Carolina. And see, that's perfect because it's going to give the spider like a ramp to come up here. Because I'm probably going to put the water dish up here, to be honest. For the male anyway, we'll see. I need my paintbrush. Hold on. I'm going to grab my paintbrush, guys. As per usual, you know, like I said, my videos are raw and uncut. So what you guys see is what, you know, if I mess up, you guys see it. I don't believe in editing. For what? But you guys see the real deal. This is how it's done. This is how it's going to be done in anybody else's household. So, clean that off just a little bit. Oh, this is gonna look so good, guys. I'm sorry if I don't talk so much, guys. I'm still getting used to having to talk. It's you know, it's weird. I kind of feel like I'm talking to myself, but you know, like I said, I'm getting used to this. I'm doing this. I'm making it work. It's, you know, I'm getting used to it slowly but surely. I think I'm gonna need some more substrate back there. You know. But I've noticed that my videos are just progressively getting better, especially if you've been watching from the beginning. You know, I got myself a tripod, and you know, I'm actually getting ready to go purchase myself a laptop so I can actually start doing dual camera. And I do think I'm actually going to finally come on camera. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure yet. Now, when I started this channel, it's really not about me. I don't care about me. This is about my tarantulas. This channel is all about tarantulas, and that's how pretty much the main reason why I've never showed my face, or I've tried not to show my face. You know, because like I said, this channel is all about my tarantulas. It's not about me. You know, this is more for education, and this is also a way for me to just keep a log of my tarantulas, and you know, keep a videography or a video log and stuff of the growth and things of my tarantulas. You know, because I video and I picture, I take a lot of videos, take a lot of photos. I don't post and I don't, you know, put everything on YouTube. So, you know. Here I am running my yap, so let's keep going, guys. I know you guys don't want to hear me yak all day. I think this enclosure is going to turn out to be beautiful. That's a good song. Like Kane Brown now. Kane Brown's a great country artist. Alright, we're going to throw a little bit of this New Zealand sphagnum moss in here. I'm a huge fan of sphagnum moss. I use it in all my enclosures. Try terrarium moss. Not a big fan of terrarium moss at all, but I do have a couple boxes of it because it came in some of the kits that I got, and you know, I will use it on like slings and stuff like that. Like when I put together sling enclosures and things like that, I will use terrarium moss in their enclosures because it does work really well for slings. But as far as like my adult enclosures, not so much. A little bit more sphagnum moss. Alright, that looks good. Alright, well, we're going to put, nope, that's going in the females. We're going to put this one in here. We're going to put a plant in here in the center. Enrichment, enrichment, enrichment. Like I said, some people say I go to extremes for my tarantulas. I don't care what people say. This is how I like to do things. This is how the crawler room does things. The proper way. Tarantulas get treated the best. So if that's the type of content you want to see, and see that tarantulas get the utmost care, this is where you want to be. I just wanted to show you guys that this is the time and effort and care that I put into my tarantulas. You know, like I said, this is more than just a hobby for me at this point. You know, this is something that I want to pursue as a career, you know. I think water dish would do fine there, but actually, yeah, because I want them to have a path to the water dish without obstruction. If I put it back here, you know, it's not going to matter. It's top opening, so. Now we're going to add some leaf litter. Now I like to crush up these giant, I forget what type of leaves these are. I think they're magnolia leaves. But I like to crush these up. These just look amazing. And now I messed up things. I need a little bit more sphagnum moss. I stirred the dirt up. I'm a big fan of having that sphagnum moss sitting on top like that. It just looks so visually appealing. But you know, still in the back of my mind, that guy still really ticked me off. Can't believe it, bro. It's like people just can't stop being haters. You know, are you that miserable in your own life? But it is what it is. Like I said, guys, my tarantulas get the best care. So, I have nothing to hide. Like I said, I am pushing into breeding. Just like, I'm finally starting to gravitate to old worlds. I feel like I'm ready. Everything's in stages and steps. You don't just jump into this. I didn't just, let's say, I want to breed tarantulas. No. I've been in this hobby for about almost a little over 2 years now. So, I just recently, in the last few months, decided that, hey, I want to push into breeding. This isn't something I decided to do lightly. Like I said, if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. And trust me, it is not easy. And it's expensive. It is extremely expensive. Alright, where's my oak leaves? This enclosure is dope. I think the male is going to absolutely love this. And yes, it's a male. And I go all out like this for my male tarantulas. That's right. I consider myself a man of God, so why should any animal be treated any different? Why not? Why not give them the best conditions? I don't see nothing wrong with it. I live in some pretty damn nice, decent conditions, so why shouldn't my tarantulas? It's just how I think. Alright, I think this looks absolutely amazing. This looks OP, man. Oh, we're missing. That's what we're missing. And this is pretty much the crawler room signature right here. If you look at pretty much almost every one of my enclosures, you see either this skull or shroom. And just Petco always has these, and I just absolutely love them, and I just decided to pretty much make this the signature of the crawler room, Alright, we're going to see if my lid's going to close with that there. I don't think it's going to. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so that's not going to go there. Unless I can get it to go down a little more. Oh, maybe. Not quite. Oh, look at that. I knew that was going to be an issue. I'm getting scissors. Hold on, let me get scissors. I'm going to cut that. I really don't want to cut that leaf, so just kind of tuck it if I can. Perfect. Now that is a perfect enclosure. Perfect. Can't get no better than that. Alright, well this is the male's enclosure. So what we're going to do is we're going to push this to the side. I'm going to grab the other enclosure. We're going to set up the other enclosure, and then we'll introduce the spiders. Yeah. Oh, my bad. You hear the country coming out in me. Sounds like they're mowing the yard or the grass out there. That's, I don't have to pay for it. It's, it's part of our rent. But yeah. It's a great thing about living in an apartment complex. Alright guys, I gotta scrape this stuff off the back real quick. I can't stand this. Just a crawler room pet peeve. comes off like butter. All right, there we go. All right. All right. Over there. Pretty sure you guys can see it. Yep, you guys are good. Cool. And this. Get some substrate going. Tell you what, people think tarantula keeping's easy. You gotta give it a try. It's actually quite a bit of work. There's always something to be done. You didn't think that's easy. Try watering 40-some tarantulas. I think I'm almost up to 40, I think. I think I'm at like 30. With all my enclosures, because I do have a couple empty enclosures, but they are spoken for. The spiders are on the way. A couple of them are male spiders that are for my breeding projects. That's why after this, I get all the enclosures together. I introduce the spiders, get them put in the enclosures. I'm going to do a walk around at the crawler room and let everybody see the progress. And then, yeah, that'll be that. But yeah, when I do the tour, if you guys see empty enclosures, that's why. It's because they're already in their respective places because I'm literally waiting on the spiders to come in the mail, you know? So that's why they're there, and that's why I count those enclosures, because they are accounted for, they are spoken for. Spiders will be in them soon. So I think I need a little bit more, probably 2 more cups substrate. I want to give them enough, because this is going to be the females. She's probably going to be the one that does the most burrowing, I'm thinking. I want to give her enough room to do that. I think that should be enough. Oh yeah, that's a solid 4 inches of substrate right there. Should be more than enough if she wants to dig down. Like I said, I try to take really good care of my teas. You know, when I first started this hobby, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually semi-arachnophobic. I was semi-afraid of spiders, and then I just decided, you know what, it's time to face my fears, and I got my first tarantula, which was Tom. You guys all know this, whoever's been from the beginning, which was my Choco Golden Knee. He is a sweetheart. I'm actually started working him with a little bit more. I'm actually gonna do a video with him soon. I will be holding him and work, because like I said, I've been working with him, and he is actually, since his last molt, he is really toned it down as far as the skittishness. Because before, when he was, like I told everybody else, you know, he was really skittish, and he was kind of a little demon. Like, yeah. There's been a couple times where I would, you know, just get close to the enclosure or whatever, and, you know, I like to talk to my tarantulas and, you know, just being nice to him or whatever, and he kind of, I don't know if it was the vibrations of my voice or whatever, but he jumped at the enclosure, you know, at my face, and it kind of scared me. He scared the crap out of me, you know, but, you know, there again, I mean, if I had this big, giant, ugly thing all up in my face like that, I guess I'd jump at him too, so... It is what it is. I'm not even mad at him. So, all right, how are we going to do this? Because this big, I think we're going to put this small plant back here. We're going to do kind of similar to what we did. No, actually, we're doing opposite sides. That's right. Opposite sides. I want them on opposite sides. That's right. Because tarantulas, we're going to be on opposite sides from each other. So, we're going to set up the enclosure opposite sides. That'll work just fine. Oh, I might be too tall. Go all the way down. There we go. We'll make that work. It will work. Make it work. Flattens out a little bit. That's fine, because that's going to go right over that height. So that's going to be nice. And that's honestly what I kind of intended, or something like that. If I have to cut a few leaves, I'm cool with that. I don't mind. But I'd really prefer to, you know, you may have to cut like 1 or 2 of these. I always have to make alterations. Probably have to cut that one too. But I'd rather make a few alterations, and we can cut that one too. There we go. And that looks amazing. I like that. I'm good with that. I'll put a little bit more substrate. Actually, I got more substrate back there anyway. Might have to mix up some more substrate, guys. This is a lot of substrate. I think that looks great. Absolutely amazing. Paintbrush some of this stuff over here. Oh yeah, this looks really good. I love it. It's almost like I know what I'm doing, right guys? Right? I mean, seems like I know what I'm doing, right? I mean, but, you know, guess maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I guess according to some people, I guess I don't know what I'm doing or I'm a liar. But, you know, whatever. It's what it is. Sure looks like I know what I'm doing to me. That's the wire. Hold on, I gotta get my cutters. Sorry if I'm not busy talking, guys. Kind of concentrate trying to get this done so we can go ahead and introduce the spiders, because I know this, you know, I'm putting this together. But then again, some people like watching stuff like this, so, you know, you can see how I do things. Yeah, this stuff has wire in it, so I actually had to get a set of wire cutters, guys. Now, you know, the softer stuff, I just kind of take a scissors to it and trim it back to where I need it. And then these scraps I will actually save, and I will put these on other things like water dishes and stuff. So don't think that just by me cutting this, trust me, nothing's going to waste. That stuff will get used. All right, trim this top down just a little bit more. Fortunately, I got to take this. I think that should be good. Just this little top right here. There. I'm going to trim this wire right here. Look at that. Perfect. And everybody's probably like, well, what's the point? Well, like I said, nothing goes to waste. All this will get used. I can use this to decorate water dishes and all kinds of stuff. Same thing with these leaves. This stuff will not get wasted. That can be used. That can be, you know, that's sling enclosure plants. You know, that's, like I said, nothing gets wasted in the crawler room, guys. Nothing. Alright, we actually need to do sphagnum moss. I think she's going to love this. Right, we're gonna add some leaf litter. Sorry for being so quiet, guys. Like I said, I'm just really trying to get this done. I'm concentrating. But we got some good tunes playing in the background, so for all you country folk and all you country music lovers, I don't think that's a bother. Like I said, if you don't like country music, you're on the wrong channel. We own some country boy stuff around here. Definitely gotta put some sphagnum moss under there. That looks so bare. Did not like that. Get some more oak leaves. I'm out. Well, and I do believe we're gonna add the water dish. Let's see where we're gonna put this. Just stick it right there. Actually, we're gonna put our water dish right there. No. Kind of like it right here. Yeah, we'll do it right here because it's more towards the front. Even though the males isn't, that's fine. I don't mind. And there we go, guys. That's that. And these are the enclosures. Alright, so now without further ado, the entire reason everybody's here, let's get to it, right guys? Alright, hold on. I gotta move a few things so I can get both enclosures over here. I got a mess to clean up too, not that I care. Part of keeping tarantulas. Let me slide the male's enclosure over here so we can do both at the same time. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I forgot to put in there. Signature. There we go. Alright, we're gonna do the male first. He's, he's a little bit smaller than the female, obviously, but can't go that way. Trust me, I'm sure they are ready to get out of here by now. Alright, this is the female. So we're gonna just sit her. I'm gonna sit her right here. Alright, buddy. Let me get you out of here. Yeah. You're ready to get out, huh, bud? Oh, I'm gonna open this up so you guys can get a good shot of him. He is absolutely gorgeous. These are a New World species, so I'm not really too worried about him. Worst thing he's gonna do is kick hairs. He might be a little skittish, but as you can see, he is absolutely gorgeous, guys. Gorgeous, gorgeous spider. Alright. See if we can't get him into his new home. We're going to try to angle him this way and get him to go right on in there. Come on, buddy. Come on. This species is pretty gentle. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, buddy. Got a whole new enclosure here for you. Come on. Come on. He's reluctant. Come on, buddy. Promise you, you're going to be a lot happier in here. I'm going to pull this off the tripod, guys, and we're going to go ahead and get some shots. There we go, guys. The whole reason we're here. This is my male, Xenestus species blue. And this is the male, and he is absolutely stunning. But I'm a fraud, right? I'm not trying to do this in the hobby. I'm not for real. Sorry, but nobody spends this type of money on their tarantulas if they're not for real, bro. There you go, buddy. It's your nice, gorgeous enclosure. And, alright, put this back on the tripod. Sorry if my hand gets in the way. Make sure I don't hit the buttons. Got a bad habit of doing that. Alright, now we're gonna get the female in here. Male went in there nice and easy, easy peasy. Let's see if we can get the female to do the same thing. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna open this up and get a good shot of her. You can definitely tell the difference in the male and the female. She's a lot chunkier. She's a lot more robust, a lot thicker. But as you can see, she's a lot thicker. Look at those legs. She's a lot chunkier. You can tell she's been stressed out a little bit. She's missing some hair. So we're going to get her into this enclosure, and we're not going to disturb her for a few days. We're going to let her settle in, and I'm going to feed her. She is stunningly beautiful. I can't wait to pair these guys. Alright, mama. Let's get you into your new enclosure, darling. Easy peasy. Let's go. Come on. Come on, mama. Easy peasy. Come on. Come on, girl. Easy peasy. Come on. No, no kicking hairs. Let's go. Come on. No kicking hairs. Let's go. Come on. Come on. No kicking hairs, mama. Good girl. And that is how you do it, guys. Nice and gentle. Barely any hair kicking. You know, I'm not trying to stress her out. I don't want her to stress her out. I don't want, you know, her kicking hairs or anything like that. That's the last thing I want to do is stress out my spiders. I want the rehouse to be smooth, nice transition. You know, a lot of people, they will stress their spiders out. They will tease them to get them the threat pose and all this crap for views. You will never, ever see me do that intentionally on this channel. It's never going to happen. So if you're here to see that, you're at the wrong channel. Because this channel right here shows these spiders off the way they should be shown in all their glory and not as mean, evil demons. Because they are not that, dude. These spiders are amazing animals. So, that is my female Zenestus species blue. Hold on, I'm going to pull off tripod. We're going to get a closer shot of her. She's beautiful, guys. Look at that. Can't get no more prettier than that, guys. I can't wait to pair these guys. She's about, I'd say I want her to molt before I pair her, and he's probably, I say, at least a molt or two from maturity. So, this is going to work out perfect. By the time, they're both going to mature right around the same time. Well, I wouldn't say she'll fully mature, but she'll be at breeding size by the time he's ready. This is perfect. Anyways, guys, this video's been long enough. I hope this was a great video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for the little bit of rant, but, you know, some people just irritate me. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, share, and subscribe, please. I will be setting up a Patreon page here soon, guys. And, you know, here we go. Anyways, have a great guy. See you on the next one.